Hey now guys, it's me. It's Knockout 21. How are y'all doing today? Well, I want to start this video off by apologizing. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been posting any videos up. This is totally my fault, and I'll explain why. I recently bought a new TV stand, and when I was plugging everything back in, I accidentally connected the wrong power adapter to my OSSC and fried it. I'm not happy about it. I'm really disappointed and angry at myself for doing something like that, because that device I really love. You've seen all my videos. And I basically killed it. So I had to save up some money. Took me a while, but I had to save up some money and get a new one. And I was in the middle of recording some footage for you guys so I could actually review something. But I only had like 15 minutes of footage, and I couldn't do a full review with 15 minutes of footage. So yeah, I took some time to go ahead and get that so I could continue on with the game and whatnot. But I did not want to leave you guys hanging, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a product I bought not too long ago called Game Controller Super Converters on the PS2. Basically, it's an adapter that lets you connect your PS3 and PS4 controllers to your PS2, and you can use them wirelessly and stuff. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how this works, and I'll let you guys go ahead and decide whether or not this is for you. So let's get on to the next piece of footage, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to get this thing working. As you can see here, we got a PlayStation 2 control connector. This is the actual unit entirely. Has a USB in the front, as well as a micro USB to connect to your PC and to power this thing on. However, I have to point out something weird. I'm just going to get this to focus. There we go. As you can see, one side it says PS2 and the other side says XID. That's for X input. So if you want to use this on your PC, you can. However, these two things are wrong. In order to get this to work on my PS2, I have to flip it over to the X input side, and to get it to work on my PC, I have to flip it over to the PS2 side. For a long time, I thought that was my device was broken, but it looks like they just printed it wrong on the wrong side. So I don't know. They probably fixed it by the time this video is up. But who knows? Anyway, let me show you guys how to get this thing working. Well, first, what you got to do is connect this to the PlayStation 2, which is pretty obvious. And to power this thing on, you would connect where it says PC over to one of the available USB ports in the front of the console. Just like so. You turn it on, and to sync it up, just get any available PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3 control, like so, and connect it to the device via USB. Very simple to do. All you gotta do is connect it to the available USB port right in the front of the device, and as you can see, let me get this out of the way, the player 1's light turns on, and it should be working right now. Now let me go ahead and get my camera and show you guys. As you can see, there's the thing. I'm using Freemium Boot, soft modded the hell out of my console, and It's working. See? No problem at all. Now, this thing also works wirelessly. Let me just go ahead and remove the cable, and same thing. It's already synced up. Once it's all synced up, you could easily unplug the cable here, and you know, so it won't clutter around. And like I said, it works perfectly. No lag or anything whatsoever. I would show you gameplay footage like this, but for some reason my camera won't be able to pick that up. It just turns into just a giant white screen, and you know, in a camera's eyes or whatever. Anyway, yeah, let's just. And there you have it, guys. The Brooks Super Converter for the PlayStation 2. Is it worth it? Well, in my opinion, yes. It's definitely worth it, and I'll tell you why. A couple years back, when my PlayStation 2 controllers died, I've been looking for a replacement. Something that felt right. I have been using this wireless Logitech controller that I found, and it works okay. It's a good controller, buttons are solid and whatnot, but it didn't feel quite right. It's a little heavy because it uses 2 AA batteries, and the shoulder buttons were just like shoulder buttons. They didn't have the springboarded thing that most PlayStation controllers had at the time. So my search continued. I eventually came across another PlayStation 2 controller that I found on eBay. However, that too also died, and from what I read on a couple of posts and in forums and whatnot, it's an inherent problem that all PlayStation 2 controllers have. They'll eventually die, even if you don't use them. You know, you go out in a swap meet, find one in box, it's probably going to die on you. But when I came across this thing and started using it with my PlayStation 3 controller, everything just felt natural. You know, playing Ace Combat, playing Metal Gear, a couple of my fighting games, it just felt right. Using an authentic PlayStation controller on my PlayStation 2, it just felt right. You know, there was no lag, everything played great, and that's why I think it's totally worth it. However, it does fetch for around $40 depending on what website you buy it from. So yeah, be wary of that. It might be too expensive for some, excuse me. But if you're looking for a replacement controller and have a couple of PlayStation 3 controllers lying around, I would say it's definitely worth it. Anyway, this was Knockout 21. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And like always, have a good one. Take care, you guys.